Hello, good morning, good evening. How is everybody? How are we doing? What's new? What's exciting? Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do a quick late night reading sprint, see how far we can go. Rather than, I guess I'm not going to be doing too much reading tonight. I'm going to be doing more writing in 20-minute sprints, and you can do whatever it is you'd like to do. We've already got a few people here. That's nice. Hey, how are you? What are you reading? What are you writing? What are your plans for the sprint? Is the volume low? Let me see here. Looks like I got everything turned up pretty normally on my side. Got my tea here. Let me know if you're able to figure that out. Sounds fine for you. Okay, well, that's good. You're writing a third book in a trilogy. Just started plotting an hour ago. Does that mean you've already written 2 books? That's exciting. I'm currently working on the first book. What's the trilogy about? I'd love to hear a little synopsis. And what have you done with the first 2? Can we find them? Are they somewhere? I'm excited for me, nervous for me. Super secret. Okay, that's fair. Reading Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. That one's been on my list for a long time. How are you enjoying it so far? Is it good? I know you'll share your super secret with me when you're ready, when it's ready. It always feels weird talking about things when you're not ready to share them yet. That is also what I have heard. I've only heard good things about it. I also appreciate that that's another Canadian author. So if you're playing along with our, I don't want to call it like a bingo, but if you're playing along with our, what is it, like our 2026 reading challenge, you can tick off a Canadian author. Called dibs on beta reading. Deal. When we get there, I have a feeling it's going to be a hot minute. I'm currently, my goal for right now anyways, is 1,500 words today, but I'm currently sitting at just under 22,000, and I'm aiming for 100,000. And then we got a whole bunch of fixing to do. I've been making a lot of notes, a lot of fixing to do once that gets done. I'm thinking like maybe first draft be done around April-ish, but I'm also starting a new job later this month, so we'll see what time allows. But I want 1,500 words a day. Reluctant to share while plotting. That's fair. Totally valid. But if you've got 2 books done, you must have some sort of idea. Those 2 books got to exist somewhere. Have you not published them anywhere? Have you not done anything with them yet? Read it today while you were at work when you're supposed to be working. Those are vibes. Definitely been there, done that, for sure. Sad Nano is no more. I've never partaken in Nano before. I every time it has ever rolled around, I've just like never been in the mood for writing, I guess. Okay, well then you can share it with me. If it's out there somewhere, you DM it to me, and I'll look into it. Unless you don't want to, but when you're comfortable, if you're ready, then share it with me. Totes doable. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. My initial goal, like I wasn't supposed to start this new job until like end of February-ish. So I was like, you know what, I should be able to get to like the halfway point by that. And now I'm starting a week earlier, so I don't think I'm going to get to that halfway point before that. But I think a pretty good chunk still. And I still feel like 1,500 words a day is doable, regardless. Now it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I had no idea. I feel like I heard rumblings of something with that, but I don't know whatever came of it. Apparently, it's gone, is what came of it. All right, we'll let some more people kind of like trickle in. We've all got some stuff we're doing. We're doing some plotting, we're doing some reading, we're doing some writing. So I will throw up the timer, throw in some music. Let's do 20 minutes, and then we'll circle back and we'll see how we're doing and do a little check in. That went by so fast. Just me? I got like fully into the zone there, and that 20 minutes just absolutely flew by. How did we do? I need to update my banner. What are we at? Oh, that's actually pretty impressive. Did exactly 500 words in 20 minutes, guys. Excellent. Big fan. Oh, hey, Rachel, how are we feeling? Hopefully a little bit less like you're actively fucking dying. Oh boy, just found another banger on Kobo and already 2 chapters in. What did you find? Share with the classroom. Felt like no time at all. Agreed. I wonder how efficient it's going to be doing this via like reading sprints, because normally I just like fully get into the zone, and I don't know if like pulling it out every 20 minutes, pulling myself out of that, how easy it's going to be to get back in. But we'll see. Haven't done this before. I'm assuming red rocket countdown liftoff is some kind of emoji. What's that thing on your shelf that looks like a mini bookstore? It's like a little mini book nook. Oh, I can slide it off there quick. Let's see. It's like a little mini bookstore is what it is. Shakespearean themed. I built this as it was like a Christmas gift that I got. It normally lights up, but I forgot to turn the light off, so it no longer lights up. But that's the idea. Oh, I can probably like light it up myself quick. There you go. You can see in there a little bit better. But yeah, it's like the little wooden puzzle that you put together. You don't need any like tools or anything like that, and you just kind of like use stickers and little pieces of like pre-printed wood, and you put it all together there. And you've actually got like some real books and stuff in there. You got Dune on the shelf and a few other little things, and it just like lives on your bookshelf, and there's like a little bookstore. Oh, and then you like knock the window out as you're putting it back. There we go. It just pops in. Boop. But yeah, they're cool little like displays for your shelf. I've got another one that I started building as part of the very first live stream I ever did, but I kept getting distracted and never finished it. It's still in pieces over here on my little TBR cart that has no books on it. Testing for science, great, excellent, love that, exactly. That's what we're doing today. Was feeling better this morning, and then we had too much anxious excitement today, so now you feel like death again. That's great. I love that journey for you. Glad at least you had a couple of days, or a day-ish, a morning of normalcy before it all went to shit again. Oh my god, that's so cute. I know. They are super cute. I love them. I want to finish putting the other one together because it's just as cute. I just need to actually do it. Love that you're in your writer era. Again, yeah, it's nice. We'll see if I actually... This is the furthest I've ever gotten on anything. Normally I like enter that era and then get 2-3 chapters in and completely fall off. This is the furthest I've ever gotten with anything, and I will say I have enough ideas with this that I feel like it could very easily be a trilogy, if not a couple of trilogies, and there's definitely some novellas in there as well. So if I can finish this, I know that I can finish more than one thing, and then who knows? Who knows where we're going to end up? Oh, fun. Irish Epic. I would love that. I'm going to have to look that up. That sounds really cool. You always find the most fun things on your, what is it, your Kobo? Kobo Plus, is that what you're using? Book nooks are so easy and calm to put together. Yeah, you had a little bit of a different experience with yours. I mean, there are different difficulty levels on them. I don't know what difficulty level yours was. It looked a little bit more complicated than the one that I put together was. So maybe you just need to try a different one. We'll never have the shelf space to spare. I know, and I'm at the point now where I'm full. Every one of these shelves is full from top to bottom. So I have to either start thinking, what do I want to start pulling off of the shelves, knick-knack wise, like the Frankenstein or the Book Nook to make room? Or do I just need to get another shelf? And I'm pretty sure I just need to get another shelf. I could fit another one right here if I moved some things off of the wall. Like I've got a signed record up there. I've got some dog ashes, and a calendar. And those things could move. Those things could move for another wall. Or another bookcase rather. But after that, I could feel like another small, like narrow one here maybe. But then I'm gonna have to start expanding to other walls. This morning, Waffle got a rabies shot and had a bad reaction to it. We went back and he's okay, but it made my ass swell up. So if you haven't posted pictures of that already in the Discord channel, you need to, because I need to see your big swollen wiener immediately. Kobo Plus is a candy store. Yeah, and you're Augustus Gloop. Excellent reference. Absolutely love that. Yeah, I don't know. I've got Kobo Plus. I got another trial. I guess it wasn't a trial. I paid for another month. It's been a while, and I just never find either like whatever I'm looking for is never on Kobo Plus, so I never end up using it. And when I am in the mood to just like read something, I'm almost always just gonna pull something off my shelf, or I'm gonna pull something that I already have on my Kobo, and I just never end up using it. I don't know. Maybe just me. So I'm just paying for it for no reason again. Don't you dare get rid of Bubblegum Frankenstein. I know. I love Bubblegum Frankenstein. What a weird, fun find. Yeah, he just belongs there, I think. I'm going to have to get more shelves. Maybe I can do an IKEA run next week before I start my new job. And then I at least have the shelf. Problem is that it's like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get to an IKEA from here. So, and then I also don't know. I haven't actually tried to fit one of these shelves, like one of the flat packs, in my car. I think I would have to go by myself and kind of like angle it through the back of my car onto the passenger seat. So I might only be able to buy one. But I need something. I need more. Yes. Show us the butt. Show us the dog butt. If you haven't already. I have notifications turned off. Oh, you did already. Aw. He got them cheeks. Look at that wiener with them cheeks. Poor Waffle. Oh well, he's gonna recover. He's gonna make it. He'll be okay. Highly suggest, if you're on the Discord, to go and look in the Lit Pets channel. They also drugged him out with Benny because his eyelids were a little swollen too. That's okay. I'm also on the Benny today. I don't know why, but this morning I just woke up like my whole body is just itchy, and it's been itchy all day. I didn't think I had any Benadryl, so I just like suffered most of the day and just like kept moisturizing, but I needed to take something. So I took it a couple hours ago, and I'm hoping I can sleep tonight. I don't know what it is. I did do laundry the day before, like yesterday, and I was like, maybe like something weird in my laundry, but same shit I always use. I didn't eat anything weird, just whole body is itchy. So I'm probably dying, I guess. Kobo Plus is where all the cool indie presses have most of their catalogs. I know, but even then, when I go and I'm looking for an indie author or like a small indie press, 9 times out of 10 they're Kindle exclusive and they're not on the Kobo anyways, and I refuse to get a Kindle. Better than rabies? Well, sometimes. I feel like rabies could have its benefits. Okay, let's do another. Oh, I have a tea. Oh my god, I forgot I had a tea, guys. I also got a new Yeti, which I'm very excited about. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that I got a new Yeti, but I love my Yetis. I have 4 of them. The very first one I ever got was from my last job, just one of the water ones. And it's engraved with their logo and their name on the other side. And then they gave me another one, which is like this, like a travel mug one. And that one also has their logo on it. And that's what I'm usually using. But if I'm doing a live stream or I'm recording or something, I've been putting stickers over top of it because honestly, you laid me off and I don't feel like giving you any free advertising. So when I got my new job, one of the first things I did was go out and buy myself a brand new Yeti with no logos on it that I can just like freely drink out of whenever I want when I'm on stream and just enjoy a nice tea. And that's become like my writing habit, is like pulling up my computer at night once I have the house to myself, making a tea and just like writing. And it's been really nice. I've been enjoying it. I need like a cute sticker to put on it. Got laundry going in the basement right now that you forgot? Well, yep. Probably do that. Come back when you can. Tea twins. Okay, well, what kind of tea? There's a right and wrong answer to the type of tea. I'm just like a basic bitch, like orange pico kind of tea. I've got tea bags left over from Harrods that I brought back from London that I dip into every once in a while, or otherwise it's just like Tetley. Tea is for evening time, coffee is for morning time. I think free pass. Make the husband do laundry, or make Waffle do laundry. Make him earn his way. Dogs don't pay rent. Jasmine tea for the win. That's a good answer. Black English tea with milk and sugar because you're a basic bitch. Yeah, that's fair. I don't do sugar, but I do definitely do milk in my tea. Ooh, mint tea with oat milk. That sounds dope as hell. My milk is lactose free for two reasons. One is like I just don't do a lot of dairy, but two is I bought lactose free milk by accident once and got it home and realized it. I was like, oh shit, but it tastes exactly the same and it doesn't expire for like 2 months. And we don't go through milk super fast, so it's nice to like not have to buy milk or have it constantly expiring. Life hack if you're a household that doesn't drink a lot of milk. You just not do laundry, but you need to wash these. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Don't have an endless supply of sheets to run through. There you go. Get it started and then pawn it off on the husband. Makes sense to me. All right. We've done 10 minutes of chit chat. Let's do another 20 minutes of reading, writing, whatever weird hobbies everybody has. Okay, let's do it. These little 20-minute intervals. Oh, hold on, I have to turn the music on. These little 20-minute intervals are not long enough for writing. We're learning here. Maybe if I'm doing writing sprints, I've got to make them a little bit longer next time. It's like I just get into that flow, into that zone, and then I look over, I'm like, oh fuck, I only have like 5 minutes left. Hello, Sky Rodent. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? What are you up to? Reading, writing, something else? How do we all do? I gotta tally up my word count, see where I'm at. We are at boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Bing! 921 out of 1,500 words. Easy. I should be able to do that in another 20 minutes. Right, guys? Right, friends? That's not too bad for 40 minutes writing, 921 words. I'll take that as a win. So many notes, I have no idea how I end up making these a story. That's the fun part though, isn't it? Take all those notes and you just start like playing around. What's your like writing process like for somebody who's already written multiple books? Are you more of like a plotter? Are you more of a pantser? Do you like to outline everything first before you actually jump in and start writing? Do you set goals for yourself? Like what's your whole process like? I'm curious. Did start laundry but noticed some dried pee on the fireplace, so I cleaned that up. Mr. BBL has been sneaky today, it seems. Was it Mr. BBL though, or was it the husband? Let's be completely honest with ourselves. That sounds like wisdom. When I'm writing, I have two settings gone for hours or scribbling down bits at random when they come to me. Yeah, that's fair enough. I woke up with nightmares and now I'm getting ready. Oh, and now you're reading to get tired again. Yeah, been there, done that. Nightmares are not fun though. That sucks. I mean, you know what? Actually, I have a bit of a weird hot take about nightmares. I think nightmares are cool. Most of the time, I wake up from a nightmare and I kind of wish I could go back into the nightmare. Is that crazy? It's like a virtual reality horror movie that you get to like star in and be a part of. And I'm a big horror guy. I don't know. Maybe that's just something that I like convince myself of to like not be bothered by nightmares so much when I have them, but I think it's like a good spin to put on them. It's like your own virtual like VR horror movie that you get to be in. Thank you so much. Awesome job to you also, probably. You're crushing it, honestly. Good job. Thank you. This is, yeah, I don't know where all of this is coming from, but it's working for me. What's my total count at right now? I did start using Scrivener. I don't know what everybody else uses to write, but this is what Mare suggested for me, and I love it. I love that I have like my project targets that I can pull up and see my total number of words written and have like that bar. It's kind of like gamifies it a little bit, and then it has like your session targets for the day. But the other thing that I really love is that you can compile it and see what it looks like as a book. So I usually do this every single time like I finish my session for the day. I will compile everything that I have into like a book manuscript, and I'll save a copy of it for that day, and then I just have like, I don't know, it makes it feel like it's a real book. It makes it feel like you can make an actual book. But my targets right now, I'm at 924 for the day. That's what I said, right? 921. Well, I'm at 924. That's a lie. And then my overall, I'm at 23,722 words, which is, that makes me want to stay up and just hit 25,000. honestly. Do I have another 1,300 words in me today? Probably. But it's already 10 p.m. I don't know. 25,000 words, though, that's like a quarter of a whole ass book. You know what I mean? I mean, there's still all of the editing to do afterwards, but that's a quarter of a book. And for somebody who's like had a million ideas before and has only ever gotten as far as like 2 or 3 chapters before giving up, this is like I'm impressing myself a little bit, honestly. Every day is Friday for me. I'm unemployed for the next 2 weeks. Statistics. There's always like fun like stats and stuff in here too. So we got 23,722 words, 131,076 characters, which is like, that's too many characters for a book. How are you ever going to keep up with all those POVs? Characters with no spaces, 106,862, which tells me that I've used the spacebar 25,000 times, which is like a fun little stat, I guess, right? 1,114 paragraphs, 2,421 sentences. Average paragraph length is 21. I assume characters? Words? Words? That's got to be words. 21 characters would not be a paragraph. Average sentence length is 9 words. 62 different documents. So I guess those are all of my different scenes that I've done so far. Average document length, 1,732 words. So I guess that's like the average length of one of my scenes before I switch POVs. And I'm at 99 pages, which is so many. That's so many pages. But I'm also like, now I'm like, okay, I stopped 1 page shy of 100. That's some bullshit. The other fun thing is it gives you your word count. So you've got like your most and least frequently used words, which is kind of fun. You can kind of go through and see if like you're using something too much and you need to pull it back. I've got 1,346 thes. That's my top word. Let's get into like some like more specific words that like aren't names or just like your regular stuff. What do I have? What are some like interesting shit here? I've said what 91 times. I've said garbage 81 times. Those who know, know. I want to see my swear words. Where my swears at? You know what? I thought it'd be higher. Morgan swears a lot. Is it leaving them out? I said sword 33 times. Inventory 28 times. Oh, there we go. I've said fuck 25 times. That's not, I thought that was going to be way higher. Oh no. I've said fuck 25 times, my 25 times, and mom 25 times. So when I'm scrolling through the list, it says fuck my mom, which is not what I was expecting to see scrolling through this list. Anything else interesting here? Raccoon 22 times. Hey 19 times. I'm going to have to whittle that down a bit. People don't say hey that often, I don't think. Hell 18 times. Does it count like fucking or fucked as like different words? It must. I'm not going to scroll through every word I've ever used, but yeah, that's more than I thought I was going to have. 140,000 words, 2 sentences, 1 paragraph. Yeah, exactly. Are you writing the Great Canadian Garbage Gnome novel? No. So the general said, now, how do I describe? I know. I'm assuming that yikes is from the accidental fuck my mom. Are you writing the right Canadian garbage home novel? No. So the general pitch is it's like The Last of Us meets Dungeon Crawler Carl in like very Canadian, like Maritimes, Nova Scotia, with a talking raccoon named Garbage. So it's like a survival apocalypse horror lit RPG with a talking raccoon. Garbage love. Exactly. Garbage love. You could use that frequency chart for a new form of will. I don't know what that is. What is that? What does that word mean? Is that a typo or is that a word? Do I need to Google it? It's a life sequel to the game Holes. I don't know what that is either. What's Holes? Is that, are we talking about the movie with Shia LaBeouf where he digs holes? Then yes, exactly whatever that is. That's what I'm going for, 100%. I don't know what Holes is. Holes game? Oh, is this Holes on Steam? What am I looking at? I don't know if this is what you're talking about. 1990s retro surreal thriller atmospheric. In this horror game, mysterious hands drag the hero underground, and the player's task is to get out to the surface to return to your usual work. Is that what you're talking about? That can't be it. That's only got 4 reviews. A raccoon player character. I am not finding anything. You're gonna have to send me a link to whatever game you're talking about. Game where you play as a raccoon. I'm assuming you can hear my loud typing. Sorry about that. Sorry to your ears. There's a raccoon simulator. Riff Raccoon, Raccoon Adventure, The Wilds. There's a shocking number of games where you play as a raccoon. There's Raccoon Tycoon. What is that? There's another game where you play as a raccoon sitting on a toilet? Man, people love raccoons, huh? Donut Country. Oh, and Sly Cooper. Hi, Charlie. Great time to show up. Donut Country. Oh my god, I've never seen this in my life. 9 out of 10 on Steam. I can say my book is not like this, but this looks dope. I see why you thought Holes, though. 100%. What's Sly Cooper? Why are you guys having me Google all these games? Oh. Is he like a like a like a little burglar? Is he a little burglar? A little raccoon burglar? Breaking into people's houses in the middle of the night? What's this guy doing? I've never heard of this in my life. Never have I seen this ever one time ever. Sorry to this man. I'd play a raccoon game though. It looks like it was popular. Did I just miss this? It's giving swipe or no swiping, honestly. That's the vibe that I'm getting right now. There's a point in my life where I ate so many donuts that my regulars at my job referred to me as Donut. I hope that's a weird joke, Charlie. And I hope that you're in a better place now. Could go for a donut right now. Read some more Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's what I'm doing right now. If I was doing reading instead of writing, I'd be in this inevitable ruin. It's my shit. Having such a good time. Not reading as much as I usually read because I've been doing so much writing. My brain is there instead of in the book. If you miss a you don't. There you go. I am still very much worrying every time that I'm writing that this new, like that my character, because it does have lit RPG elements, is too donutty. Because that was not at all the vibe or the intention when I started writing him. But again, as we've talked about on Discord, the comparisons are going to be inevitable. But I was especially concerned because I had literally just given him a new hat. So I gave him a little bowler hat. And then, like 3 chapters in to this inevitable ruin, Donut gets a bowler hat. And I was like, what the fuck? Can I not have a single original idea or thought? Now I need to give the guy a new hat, or it's like a clear ripoff, so now I need to change it. Less than 3D. Hello. Donut Country is a fun game. See, now I'm going to have to check it out. Is it on Switch? Donut Country Switch 2. It is. Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to... Maybe this is a game that I can, like, listen to an audiobook and play. It's only $15. Oh, this is the one where you have a raccoon sitting on a toilet. This came up in the image search when I was looking for raccoon games. Worked at GameStop next to a Dunkin' Donuts. See, that would do it. I hope you're not in a better place. Also, give me a donut. The Valentine's, so Dunkin' has the brownie butter donuts. Oh, I don't know what that is because we don't have Dunkin' Donuts, but it sounds yummy. Okay, apparently it's very yummy. I get it. Keep the hat. We love the hat, but they can't have the same hat, Charlie. It's going to look like I did it on purpose. I also love that I'm assuming that a whole bunch of people are going to read my book to the point where it becomes a problem that I gave a raccoon a bowler hat. I'm really getting ahead of myself, I think. They're so good. Go get another one. The world is burning. We deserve brownie batter heart-shaped donuts. We don't get anything like that. I mean, Tim Hortons gets like special donuts and stuff, but I don't think we've ever had like brownie batter. That sounds dope though. The vibe you were going for was David from Schitt's Creek, right? Yeah. For Donut, or for, see? And now I'm calling my own character Donut. See, guys, this is a problem. But yeah, for Garbage. He was started off very David Rose coded, and yeah, sorry. Tim Hortons is definitely questionable, and it's getting more and more questionable over time. But yeah, he started off very David Rose coded, but he's also like, let me tell you a story, kid. Like cigar smoking, like back alley raccoon who's also kind of gay. So it's kind of like becoming his own thing, which I think is good. He's very much like their source of information because he has kind of like waited for them. They go into an arcade, they enter these back rooms, and this raccoon kind of like waited for them to come out because it knew it was going to happen. They have to like tame the raccoon, like you would tame like a pet in like a World of Warcraft or something that you're trying to do. Like if you need to like tame or like charm a companion, they have to kind of go through that and add them to their party. And it turns out like he had just been like waiting, observing, learning things about this like world that they're in. So he's kind of like their source of information as to like how this world works and how this game works. So he's kind of like their source of information for like what the zombies in this world are, how they work, how the levels and stuff work, without being like super lore dumpy. Like it just kind of like comes up as they go, and he's like sprinkles out a little bit of information, but also likes to see them suffer. So if they really want to get anything out of him, they have to like tempt him with a slim with a Slim Jim. So yeah, he's very turning into like feels like he works for the mob, lived in dumpsters, but also pretty gay. I don't know if that's apparently that's good. So he started out like probably a little bit too donut coated, but the more that I write him, the more his actual voice starts coming out, and it is very different. He's also like where Donut is like a sit back and like shoot missiles kind of like ranged character. He's very much like a clenching and dagger between his teeth and like jumping off of shelves and like coming down from the roof on top of people and like surprise attacks. He's very much like a rogue character and also works as like a lock picking character as well. He's got like lock picking skills, so he can help them get into places they shouldn't be able to get. What if you made the hat a literal trash can lid that he has somehow shaped into a bowler hat? I was thinking about swapping it out and giving him like a folded newspaper hat, like a little newspaper boat. I don't know if that would be better or not. I think that might actually be a better image than a bowler hat on a raccoon. We'll see. He can maybe get a better hat later, but maybe I start him with a newspaper hat. Danny DeVito as a raccoon. I love that. if Danny DeVito and David Rose from Schitt's Creek had a raccoon love child, and maybe like a little bit of like Fat Tony from The Simpsons. Oh my god, I was expecting coffee. Why was I expecting coffee? He says going back for more tea. What if his hat is just literally a different hat every time he's mentioned, and you can't be accused of copying? Yeah, absolutely zero continuity, like throughout the entire course of the book. Every time a new person sees him, he's wearing a different hat. Maybe the hat looks different depending on who's seeing him. Maybe the hat is a projection of the personality of the person who's seeing the raccoon. So maybe one person looks at the raccoon and sees a bowler hat, but maybe another person looks at him and sees a tiara or a top hat or a paper boat hat. The other thing I've sort of started to play around with is like gemstones, and they kind of came out of nowhere in this book. The sword that my main character initially gets has like a heart-shaped gem for very specific reasons in the hilt of the sword, and then later also finds this pendant that as he's going, the gem, this is like green gem on the pendant starts to glow, and he doesn't know why. The description is like super vague. It just says like charge 25%, and I know what I'm going to do with that gem, but I'm wondering if like different ways that I might be able to like incorporate this like weird gem magic in a way that makes sense in a zombie apocalypse. Or maybe I just don't need it and I'm doing too much. That's also possible. I'm doing too much talking and not enough tea drinking. Explain kinda gay, please and thank you. No, I will not be doing that. Danny DeVito is pretty much already a raccoon. Yeah, that's fair. Danny DeVito is an icon. I'm feeling a lot of people who like to watch It's Always Sunny. My husband said every time you see him, he's wearing another hat on top of the last one. Like Dante from Grandma's Boy, growing ponytails. He's eavesdropping. That is a fucking like deep cut reference that I haven't heard from another person in a really long time. As far as Grandma's Boy goes, that is a video, like a movie that lives in my head rent free, and anytime I try and talk to somebody about it, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Very like my girlfriend in high school gave it to me on DVD and was like, "You have to watch this." That was the first time I ever saw Grandma's Boy, and it just lives. I quote it all the time, and nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. New high score. What does that even mean? Did I break it? I started writing again as well. Turns out that a space western revenge story is kind of hard for a 72-year-old main character. It would be, but it's kind of cool that you're figuring that out as you go. Like you have the idea, you're digging into it, you're writing it, you're kind of like discovering that character as you're writing it. But then you gotta kind of figure out like it is going to be hard for a 72-year-old, but why? How does it work? Is it a space western? Is there other technology that kind of helps him along? You have so much that you get to play with. Really cool, fun idea. The gem projects different hats onto the raccoon based on his mood. Mood ring hats. I don't hate it. I like it. Would read the hell out of that. Yeah. See, we don't have enough like older characters in novels. That's why I got excited about The Last Vigilant when I pulled this off the shelf. You got like an old lady wizard. You never get old lady wizards. I'm so excited to read about an old lady wizard. Ugh, and putting this back at my shelf after just organizing it. There we go. That's so funny. Grandma's Boy is one of my old-time favorites, bro. Oh my god, thank you. If anybody in here hasn't watched Grandma's Boy, please go watch Grandma's Boy. It's so funny. Even like JP, I quote JP all the time where I'll say like, "Oh my god, how do they see me?" He's the dumbest fucking character, and I love him. I'm sorry. I'm picturing JP like now sitting in his like giant Matrix chair with all of his screens around him. So good. Husband wants an elevator pitch of your book, please. I think the elevator pitch is literally just how do they see me is my favorite part. It's so good. This is such a stupid movie. God, I need to watch that movie again. It's been so long. No, you came on my mom. Um, elevator pitch of my book. Elevator pitch of the book. Okay, so it's stop, you gotta stop quoting Grandma's Boy. Um, the Last of Us meets Dungeon Crawler Carl uh, in with a talking raccoon. Lit RPG, post-apocalyptic, very Canadian. It is two kids, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, sorry, named Morgan, and her best friend's little brother, who she's going after to stop him from breaking into an arcade at night. Finds this weird door, goes into it. It's very like uncomfortable, like weird back rooms, very like uncanny. They get lost in there. The longer that you're in these back rooms, the further or the faster time moves. So they expect to go in there, root around for a little bit because this is not their first foray, and come out and it's been like a couple hours. But they come out and it's been 20 years. They're 10 years deep into an apocalypse, so they've already like missed the vast majority of this apocalypse. And as soon as they come in, they're greeted by an AI, and it basically shifts into a lit RPG where they have to try and survive, and they go back looking for their family. Eventually, I'm not going to spoil the whole book, but I've got some like very good. This is not an elevator pitch. The elevator has stopped, and I'm now in the elevator talking by myself. But they eventually reach a settlement. They find people they weren't expecting to find. There's a few different books that I have lined up, and there's a bunch of like seeds that I've already planted earlier that I'm excited to kind of like see come to fruition near the end of the book, but also deeper into like books 2 and 3. That is a whole series. That's what I'm saying. It is a whole series. So I know like book 1 is really just like setting it up, setting up the game, and it's them kind of like reaching this settlement and some like revelations that happen when they get to that settlement and they finally kind of like reach their end goal. Book 2, I already know, is them. Um, the POVs will kind of switch between one of the main characters in this book and then another character that we find out is still around, and they're kind of and how they come back together and cross paths again. Book 3, I already know what happens, and I know how book 3 ends. But then there's definitely also potential for like a prequel trilogy, kind of exploring that 20 years, like kind of like what happens between when these kids go missing and when this apocalypse actually starts. There's a lot of things with like how it's tied to different characters and what triggered it and who the kind of like common denominator of everything is. And then there's definitely also like novella potential mixed into it as well, which is really interesting. Where you can go back and like kind of like look at specific characters and where their journeys went and see how these things started from their perspectives. Are you concerned that it might be labeled YA because of the young characters? I am. Yeah, that's a thing that I've been thinking about a lot. But I'm also like, It by Stephen King is not YA. Like I feel like the book that I'm writing is too like visceral to be YA. It wouldn't really like be appropriate or like fit into that category. They deal with some like really fucked up shit like pretty quickly as far as like dealing with a zombie apocalypse goes. Like it's definitely not for young adults, but they are young adults dealing with like a really fucked up adult world, I guess. So I have thought about that and I've thought about changing it, but it's very specific to these characters. Like the main character, Wes, the 12-year-old, Morgan's kind of like taking care of him, right? She's kind of like his protector before this happens. She's going after him. She's trying to, bring him back home safely. But when they enter this world, that dynamic kind of like shifts and turns on its head because Wes, the 12-year-old, knows video games. He knows zombies. He knows how all of these things work. He knows the terminology. He understands how to kind of like game the system and use those things. So it ends up becoming him kind of protecting her and teaching her the ropes. And I think that dynamic is like really important and kind of like what makes the story. My husband said, make sure it's not a top hot, that it's too much like Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. Very much not Rocket Raccoony. Not worried about that. What year is it set? He's so invested, he doesn't even know what is happening. So it's the year that the kids go missing. So it starts in 1996 when Wes is 12, Morgan is 17. She turns 18 in book 1. And they'll kind of like age up throughout the story and throughout the trilogy as well. So starts in 1996. It is very much 1996 coded. There's references, but like not Ready Player One references. It's not like constant, but it's definitely very much 1996. When they come back out, when the actual apocalypse happens, like when the zombie apocalypse starts, is on Wes's 21st birthday, which ends up being like 2007, like early 2007 is like when the apocalypse started. But when the core of the book comes out, like when they actually come back out into the real world and this like lit RPG portion of it starts, it's 2016 or 2017. I've changed it a couple of times, but it's that general. So 10 years ago. My husband said, make the hat a 2025 Toronto Blue Jays World Series championship hat because they lost and then they would have thrown it away in a dumpster. I love that. And you know what? Giving him like a Jays hat, I think, even though that happened 10 years after the events of this book, a Jays hat, I think is actually really fucking funny. I like that a lot. They are in Nova Scotia, though. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI. But there's Jays hats here. Not as many, but they're here. We lost so many people talking about this book. We were like doing pretty good on numbers. And then I started answering questions about the book and we dropped. guys. Nobody cares. They were expecting a reading sprint or a writing sprint, and they got me talking about gay raccoons. That's what you get when you come to my live streams. I'm glad people have questions though, because it means that there's at least a little bit of interest in the idea that I have. Um, and I think the fact that I'm as excited talking about it as I am, and how much of the book and the characters I already have kind of like fleshed out in my head, and how many books worth of it I have, I think is a good sign. I'm here for the gay raccoon content. Great. We all are. Yes, that's what we're going for. I love that. What I'm dealing with right now is I finished Act 1. So, like, the full setup into the arcade, dealing with those, like, exploring those weird back rooms, coming out, the setup of, like, the lit RPG elements, the initial exploration, like, understanding the world, understanding how things are going, and then obviously the first place that you're going to want to go coming out of a zombie apocalypse or coming into a zombie apocalypse is kind of like going back to your home and seeing what's been left behind. Um, so we do that. You know, they're picking up gear, they're kind of like leveling up along the way, but then they get that like first breadcrumb as like where they know they need to go, and that's kind of where I'm at now. So I'm like almost a full chapter and a half ish into Act 2, where it's like, okay, shit's real. We know what's going on. We understand the basics of the system, and we know where we have to go. But how do we get there, and what kind of like conflict are we going to find along the way? And I'm just kind of like figuring that part out as I go. I know where they're going. I know a couple of things, but I don't really know how we're going to get there or what happens between here and there. 100% onto something? Thank you. I like to think so. I'm worried if I try and like pitch this book that it's going to be like, ugh, another lit RPG. Ugh, this is trying to be Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I don't know. I'm just writing it because I like it. I'm enjoying it, and we'll kind of like see what happens to it once I finish the first thing and I go like the first draft and I go back and I edit it. Who knows what the final version is going to look like, and whether I decide to, you know, try and sell it, self-publish it, or maybe it just lives in a drawer. I care. Already wrote today, so I just popped on. I've been enjoying hearing your story while I do other things. Thank you. I appreciate that. What are you writing? I'd love to hear about like what other people are writing and what they're working on right now. Do I work on my beta read, start DCC2, or start someone you can build a nest in? DCC2. You did say you wanted a donut, and I feel like coming off of being sick and still being sick, you just need something really easy to read and fun. If you're going into the beta read, you're going to be thinking too hard about feedback and trying to do too much. And starting something new, maybe not a great idea. Just go into something you already know and you love and just have a nice time. And you had tons of weirdos with dumb ideas. Tons of weirdos with excellent ideas that I really appreciate. And I love that the amount of people here who are willing to hear my crazy ideas and willing to give feedback on it. I think that's wonderful. Okay, that was way more than a quick break. Let's go do another 20-minute sprint and see if I can knock some more of these words out and get closer to 25K. A member's movie night and watch Grandma's Boy? Absolutely. Welcome back, Charlie. Do some writing. Hello, I'm back. Oh, I finished a chapter. That was really good. That's why I needed 5 more minutes. I was like, I'm right at the end of this chapter, and I have to finish it. So I did. Let me get an updated word count. Then we'll do a quick chat, and then probably call it a night. How did everybody else do? Where are you at in your books and or your writing? I am at Bing, 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 Bing. Where am I point? Where am I pointing? Bing, Bing. 1,375 words out of 1,500. Am I going to get to 25K tonight? Absolutely not. But after I finish this stream, I will definitely go pee, do a stream of my own, and then come back, finish this up, and probably go to bed. I've been revising a fantasy novel I've been writing on and off for ages, trying to get a final draft. I'm almost halfway through. That is super exciting. I hope I get to hear all about it when you're done and maybe actually get to read it. That sounds so cool. It's inspiring to see somebody who's like so close to the end when I'm so close to the beginning. I might finish this book tonight. That's the bummer about novels in verse. They're always too short. That's true. Yeah. Especially when you want more of something that you're currently reading. Oh, that makes sense. Didn't realize you extended it. Yeah, sorry about that. I needed it. I needed the 5 minutes. Started DCC 2. Yay! Good choice. Whoever suggested that. Brilliant. Brilliant person. Nice long 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, why not? I do think the next time I do this, if I'm intending to do writing sprints rather than reading sprints, I'm going to up it to 30 minutes for the sprints because 20 minutes is just not enough when you're in that like flow state and you don't want to interrupt it. 4 a.m. now. I should sleep again. Good night, friends. Good night. Don't have any more nightmares, and we will chat to you tomorrow. 239 words, and you think you had an epiphany. That epiphany is worth more than the additional words that you would have written otherwise. You guys will all love it. Okay, noted. Drop that name because I'm going to forget about that, and drop that in the Discord, and I'll check it out tomorrow. Which might mean I need an entirely new POV. That's okay. The way that I've currently structured mine is that we have 2 POVs, so we kind of flip back and forth between Morgan and Wes, even if they're in the same area, they're doing the same thing. So we can see inside of both of their heads a little bit, and we get the inside of Wes's head as he's thinking about the game and he's understanding the logic of how everything works. And then Morgan as well, as she's kind of absorbing all of these things. And I want you to get really attached to both of those characters, which is why I've used those 2 POVs and put you in their head. But I am thinking of maybe switching it to 1 POV, more like Dungeon Crawler Carl. But I kind of like the way that this is working. So we'll see. And I know that I'm going to have multiple POVs in book 2 anyways. A novella? Yeah, that could work too. Play with it. Charlie, what's your book about? Yeah, give us a refresher of what your book's about, Charlie. Why don't you? That'd be nice. Tell us about your star magic. I keep wanting to say astrology, but I know it's astronomy. At 24,740 words total. Because you've cut a bunch. Yeah, so you were at 25K and cut some. Sometimes you gotta. It's the way it goes. Everyone wants your elevator pitch. So now you've got to give your elevator pitch. What's my word total now? Project targets 24,176. My guys. I'm so close. I'm so close to that 25K. Tomorrow. I'll hit it tomorrow. I don't have to hit it today. It's fine. I'm going to hit it regardless. Try not to let myself talk too much about mine because I'm afraid if I do, I won't finish it. See, I'm kind of the opposite. Like I wanted to, I guess, understand as much as I could about the world and the book myself before I told anybody about it. But now that I have a really good idea of what I want it to be and where it's going, I almost find it more motivating to have like shared it with people because it's like now I've made it real. People know that I'm doing it. I have to finish it. And the positive feedback that it seems like a cool idea makes me want to finish it even more. Quick version is that it's a fantasy novel with an eclipse-based magic system. Yes, I think that's all you need to share right now until you're comfortable sharing more. I think that's more than fair. I do think it's cool though that you are like doing your research and you're going out and you're joining nerd discords to learn more about all of those things and how they would like properly affect your magic system. I think that's cool. Okay. I'm going to cut this here. 2 hours, 15 minutes. I think that's good. Mostly because I just really have to pee, for being honest. So we'll move this back to Discord. We can continue the conversation there. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I mean, 1,300 words and change. Pretty good for 2 or 3 20-minute sessions. I think almost 1,400 words. Solid. I will take that as a win. That's what, an hour's worth of writing plus an extra 5 minutes, 1,300 words. I usually do about 1,000 words an hour, so that's a win. I'm going to go, and I will chat to you guys soon. Thank you for coming. I love you. Goodbye.